Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and we are going to take just a one-episode break in between the Dash Arcana Spotlight Series episodes, and I'm gonna show you guys. Well, first of all, I got Player's Choice, so let's see. We've done the original soundtrack twice in a row, so I'm actually gonna choose the jazz soundtrack. But on this very interesting episode, I want to show you guys the first build that I managed to beat the game with. And many of you won't be surprised, as these are favored arcanas of mine, but there it is. Bolt Rail, Wavefront, Bouncing Surge, and Tracer Barrage. And it was with this robe, so there you go. That having been said, the first relic that I started with was not the. See, I think it was this relic actually with the analytical monocle, but it's also been years, so I could be wrong about that. And this isn't going to necessarily show you the first build that I beat the game with, so you can get that idea out of your head right now, buckaroo. So even though I don't 100% remember what the very first relic was, I'm pretty sure it was either analytical monocle or something very much along those lines. It might very well have been Captain's Ring, because I didn't 100% understand how it worked at the time. Like, I'm looking over it, and I'm not 100% sure that it was anything else. Hell, some of these relics didn't even exist at the time. I know I didn't use Vampire's Eyeglasses, which is probably the biggest surprise. A lot of people's first runs involve, first victories involve something along those lines, just because it's such an I'm not going to say it's an easy win. Clearly, you still have to not be getting beat up too much. But the self-healing makes it a lot easier to get through that get over that hump, so you can start experimenting with more stuff, because obviously, more things unlock as the game goes on. And of course, you want to experience those unlocks. And for the most part, the Awe Robe plus the Vampire's Eyeglasses does kind of everything you want it to. It gives you essentially greater DPS and greater defense in the form of self-recovery. So I absolutely understand why a lot of people, well, for a lot of people, that was their first victory. And I'm not going out of my way to say that using Vampire's Eyeglasses wasn't my first victory to try to flex or anything. That's not even the point. The point that I'm trying to get at is that, one, I wasn't entirely sure that that was a thing. But two, that this kind of like priority towards kind of aggression and higher damage has kind of always been a thing for me. That's what's always worked for me. And of course, I am a big proponent of ranged combat, so that's largely what you're seeing is mid to long range control and combo. Now, of course, the twist is that I'm going to try to take this build and make it work in the retro floor plan environment, which the very first thing I'm going to say is that Bouncing Surge isn't as good during the retro floor plan playthroughs as it is during normal playthroughs, because the Surge only bounces so many times, and it doesn't work as that strong of a control method when there's so many more enemies around. That having been said, it's still a very strong Arcana, like damage-wise, and I do feel as though it will still get the job done. I'm just going to need to play a bit more carefully. But nowadays, I would probably replace Bouncing Surge, as much as I like Bouncing Surge, with either Spark Array or Twin Turbines. And not necessarily just because of the similarity in the element, just because that's just kind of my thing. Now, even though running into level 3 Atlas is a problem at the time, I didn't know that I could do that, so this time around, we're just gonna go and see what we get. And we don't even get Atlas at all. Of course, the twins are gonna resist both my basic and my standard Arcana, which is a bit of a bummer. But this build is what taught me the value of keeping enemies staggered and using multiple instances of hit stun to my advantage. And of course, the first thing you probably notice is that I tend to lead most of my fights with Bouncing Surge. Got 4 of those guys, huh? It looks like something you would see in Sparkman's stage in Mega Man 3. Now, I haven't shared that opinion before, but there you go. There, oh, hey, look at that. We've got Bolt Rail upgrade. I love it. I'm not too big on any of the other spells here, so leave that alone. Also, I think it's funny that you're pointing out that Laced Lightning is on sale. But it's not because you're trying to give me a deal, it's because no one wants to buy that damn spell. Now, I should point out that I don't know if that's strictly true or not. There might be someone out there that likes Laced Lightning. I'm not that person. I think Laced Lightning is actually kind of trash, and using that as a reliable control method is likely to get you killed more than anything else. But I have no doubt that there's some charitable soul out there that'll be like, no, here's why Laced Lightning is good! And I'll just have to kind of stop for a second and go, okay, try to explain it. It just seems like anything that you could do with Laced Lightning, you could do better with Twin Turbines or Bouncing Surge or, you know, anything else that doesn't rely on accidentally tripping up your enemies. Okay, well, I don't want that. I will take Fractal Flare, though. Yeah, please don't force me to take that. And yeah, Fractal Flare won't be great against Zeal, but it will be good against Shu and his moves. But But of course, one of the things that I really like about Fractal Flare is its short cooldown. Granted, it doesn't have really much shorter of a cooldown than Bouncing Surge. But I mean, this is me we're talking about. Any comparison I can make to Bouncing Surge in the positive is definitely something that I'm going to take and run with. Actually, maybe it does have a much shorter cooldown time than Bouncing Surge. Oh yeah, by a long shot. Yeah, what happens when a bunch of Chaos Knights bear down on you? Explode them! Make them think that they're in the wrong game. You thought we were playing Wizard of Legend? No, this is Contra, motherfucker! Obviously, we took the token, so I could give that to you. Now we've got not only a better base critical hit rate, but also better critical hit damage. And I've said before that if you're using the Awe Rope, getting that increase is a huge benefit to you. Because that is a giant upgrade to your DPS. Hey, got anything I want? You got one thing I want. And Singing Bowl is useful just because this is a critical hit build. So you want to get as much reliable critical hit damage as you can. So I intend to take that, but I also want to see what Iris is selling. Because there's always the possibility that she's got things that I want. Don't take that out of context. I know there's a few of you out there that are listening to that. Yeah, take it out of context. But don't. Seriously. Just for one moment, get your head out of the gutter and try to remember that I was not the one that put that thought in your head. Okay, so just forget that idea. I'm gonna actually say no to that, just because I know it's going to make it harder to get the other things that I want to upgrade, found. So I would rather not take that. Like, this build also taught me the importance of range. Twins are still the easiest boss in the game. Bolas. Whatever. I'll take it, but it's probably going to get replaced partway through. For what it's worth, I don't really hate that Arcana. I just really don't think I need that. I need that many more control moves. Hey, there's some things I like. Upgrade to Bouncing Surge, that's beautiful! But first, I want to see who are... Oh wait, it's gonna be Dr. Song. And she is going to... Ow. Yeah, she's gonna just hit me right in the face with a flaming arrow. That's what Dr. Song is gonna do. Because she's just so tired of my shit. But no, I've got the token of health, so I can just freely take that. Oh, wow. Incredible timing, my friend. Spectacular stunt, my friend. But it was all for naught. There's a reason why ranged builds feel so comfortable to me. And who knows, maybe it's easy to point out that in this game having a range advantage kind of is the meta, I suppose, but I mean, for what it's worth, you are a wizard. Wizards, sorcerers, most witches, they're supposed to be at range. And don't even tell me about Spellblades and Eldritch Knights, I don't want to hear it. They're kind of somewhere in between wizards and something else. You mean like wizards and warriors? Alright, you know what? Shut up with your logic. Prescription bottle. Okay, not exactly what I wanted. But better to take the chance and not get what you want than to never have the opportunity in the first place. And I guess, if I had to explain it, it's pretty easy to see that when you have range on your side, you can hit enemies before they can walk up to you and beat you with big metal sticks. That's just kind of the long and short of it. And as you all know, you tend to live longer when you're not being beaten by big metal sticks. I believe it's one of the primary laws of physics. Being beaten by a metal stick shortens your lifespan. Oh yeah, Dark Sage? Well, what about wooden sticks? I don't know, I don't think science says anything about wooden sticks. Nope, we're not taking that. I would like to see Nox and get a couple more... Get at least one more cursed relic to make the anchor a little bit stronger. Especially now that I've got the sandals to actually not only negate my movement speed penalty, but actually make myself a little faster on top of that, I would very much appreciate a chance to get another cursed relic. Make myself even stronger. I love Fractal Flare. Like, it doesn't get multiple uses, but I really think it would go well with my high tempo build. Just because it has such a fast cooldown, you can make it even faster. Owie. That's what you get. Hold on. You think we're gonna leave that behind, did you? Obviously, I want to see what other relics are around. There are still opportunities out there. I suppose it's no secret that I do enjoy these kind of longer-range, multi-hitting attacks. One of the reasons why I like... It's not Sonic Boom, but what is it? Maybe it is called Sonic Boom. Oh, Sonic Breakers. One of the reasons why I like that so much. It's... And there's Twin Turbines. Now, obviously, when this game first came out, Twin Turbines wasn't a thing. But oh boy, has it definitely been strong. Like, it is definitely one of the best spells in the game since it was released. Dragon Circuit. You know, just because it's a little bit rarer that I take Dragon Circuit, I'm going with that. Ooh, going for the controversial picks. I know, ain't I just a farmer for content? I suppose it comes as no surprise that this build is super comfortable for me. And it's not just because these are, you know, strong Arcana. It's because these are the Arcana that I'm used to. Like, once you find something that you really like, you just tend to get to know it, you know, the ins and outs of how it works. Didn't even see that guy there. How did I manage that? So I guess what I'm really saying, though, is that whatever arcanas you like, don't necessarily pick something just because some idiot on the internet, you know, gives it a high tier list rating. I mean, it's definitely something to think about. I'm not just saying that because I happen to be one of those idiots that puts tier lists out on the internet. Honestly, what you should really pay attention to is how much you like what you're working with. And once you get enough practice with something, then you can truly make it yours. That's just the ins and outs of how you build an identity for yourself. Not just in this game, but just kind of in life in general. If you have to go out and find something and, you know, just make it yours. Make it one of those things that you really like and you want to really, you know, make a piece of yourself. Just hopefully that's that thing that you want to make a part of yourself and make part of your pride and joy is something other than just telling people how much they suck for something. But as you can see, even when you're using something that you're really comfortable with, you can still get trapped and mistakes can still happen. Actually, that's going to come in useful right now. So I suppose I owe Dr. Song an apology because that relic was exactly what I needed. I'm good, I like my build. What I don't like is not knowing where the boss room is. Ooh, 478 damage in one floor. That's a lot. No wonder I was in trouble there. Okay, game. Thanks for not reacting when I told you to do things. Okay, don't really need that. I don't need the extra money, but alright. Also, that was not the direction I wanted to fire that. Isn't it sad when your own controller has it out for you? Alright, so we are of course going to go find the other vendors. We want to see what sorts of things we can do with our build. What can we do to make ourselves stronger? Well, that's not good. Ugh. At least I was able to combat elemental summoners from a similar range as them. Go away. Alright, sweet. We've gone through a majority of the floor and haven't seen a single vendor. I don't know, maybe the vendors all got bored of me and ran away to Zanzibar. Okay, we're not going to be picking up any of those, because they don't really fit the mold of my build, nor do I feel I particularly need them. There are things here I like, though, so let's do that again. We'll grab the Jeweled Tiara, and then we'll grab the Mirror Shield. And the last thing we're going to be worried about is who our red portal vendor is. Like, at this point, it would have to be Nox, right? Like, I can't think of anyone else it could possibly be. And he does have something I want. So what do I sacrifice? I think what I sacrifice is this. And again, for those of you who know the game well enough to know, hey, the fairy isn't that helpful. You could have just dropped the fairy. Sweet summer child, you should know by now that fairies and I have a strong relationship. Alright, well getting that near immediate signature cast was really nice. Honestly, I think I'm good with what I have. Though this is not the build I would choose to use for third form Sura. I have a different build in mind for him. Which, I mean, I've beaten him already, so it's not like it's something that I have to do to, like, check off the bucket list. I just know that every now and again facing third form is a good idea, just because it keeps things fresh. Ow. Oh, that was a bad dodge. I don't know why I went that direction. And there we go. Nice, simple victory. So, why did I do this run? A couple of reasons. One, because there's a good few new viewers who have probably never seen my first victory build. So I wanted to show that off for the newer viewers. Hello everyone, I appreciate you wanting to come back to watch me play this game. It's really important to me, and know that there are other games on the horizon. I've just been really busy lately, and I've not had a lot of time for recording, so I've been sticking to this. The other reason is because I wanted to do it under Retro Floor Plan to show that, one, the spells and playstyle that you like should be something that you are comfortable with, and there's nothing wrong with changing your mind, but definitely understand what it is you're good with, what it is you're bad with, and why those things are. But also to show that even when you are working with something that's kind of quote-unquote your jam, that things will happen that make a run difficult for you, especially on Retro Floor Plan. So don't be down on yourself if you make mistakes. Definitely keep your chin up, because sometimes bad things happen during a run. It doesn't mean you're a bad player, it just means you ran into a bad circumstance. You can learn from that, and by all rights, I know you will. So that's pretty much all I had in store for this one, so I thank you guys very much for watching. I appreciate your continued support and kindness. Next time around, we will be starting in on the Lightning Elemental Dash Arcana Spotlight. So until then, I want to thank you for coming and spending some of your free time with me. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful day or night wherever you happen to be, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and take care, everybody.